Hi, thanks for being in a new video. This time let me tell you what I like most and least about the Honor 200 after testing it, in case you want to buy it. So, as always, let me tell you, don't buy the Honor 200 without watching this video. And I know, there's already the Honor 400. I'm behind on some videos, forgive me, I'm trying to catch up. Let's consider its launch price, which is 10,999 pesos, of course being a device that has been around for a little while now. The market will definitely have lowered its price, and we can overlook a few cons. However, since we always evaluate products based on their launch price, let's focus on that. This way, you can easily compare it with its competitors too. Let's begin with what I appreciated the most. The distribution is extensive and widespread, not just available online. I also admired the design. It appears quite original. The back cover is very attractive, and the camera module is somewhat unique and peculiar. The screen is practically that of a high-end device. It truly provides us with excellent capabilities with a 120 Hz OLED and various other tools to enhance the visualization of the content we view through it. In addition, it provides us with stereo sound that truly has very good quality. Moreover, the front camera delivers good pictures with excellent light balance, especially in some backlit areas. It is also a wide-angle camera. Additionally, Honor integrates a remarkably advanced document scanner in this cell phone, which allows us to add multiple pages, optimize, and more. Photos taken in backlit conditions turn out very well. But here's something that I like to highlight is that even the preview before taking the picture is already well seen through the screen. That is something that very few devices can still do. So I think it is worth mentioning in this cell phone. In fact, also a small detail is that you can be recording video and then rotate to the front camera without stopping the video recording, which is another point that not all cell phones allow. It also integrates a professional mode for video recording in order to be able to move manual parameters. It also has infrared to be able to use this cell phone as a universal remote control. Regarding the battery, my background drain test showed excellent performance lasting 10 hours. So, if you are a user who does not have demanding tasks in the foreground, the battery can become a highlight. It also has eSIM available. To add, QR code data services. This simplifies things significantly when you travel, as there's no need to search for a SIM card. You just purchase a SIM card beforehand, and you just need to add your service, include it, and then you're all set. And at the price, not all devices integrate these options. In addition, it also has desktop. That is to say that when you project your screen, you can use the applications in a window format, something that if you also configure it with a wireless keyboard and mouse gives you very good productivity. But not everything I liked. Let me now tell you about its cons. It doesn't come with Gorilla Glass here on the front, although we understand that Honor sometimes develops its own glass, and we can understand that, but it doesn't have water resistance. Also, the vibration motor is on the Z-axis. That gives you a feeling of a device that is cheaper than it seems. I'll keep complaining until Honor fixes it. When you switch to the front camera, it goes to portrait mode. And if blur was on, results may be disappointing. For some reason, when you rotate, it doesn't remain in photo mode. However, since we're discussing portrait selfies, it fails to keep objects at the same distance in focus, resulting in less natural outcomes. The ultra-wide camera also struggles, particularly indoors or at night when lighting is limited. This camera doesn't perform well under such conditions. While we noted that backlit photos can turn out well, the same cannot be said for backlit video recording, which is quite poor. You'll notice it overexposes the background excessively, which is somewhat understandable. It's not a flagship device yet. But these are issues we're seeing corrected in other phones at this price. It also includes a virtual proximity sensor. I definitely think this, if that's something we dislike. These sensors operate with microphones, so perhaps in very noisy places. When I tested opening applications, it didn't go well. It took a while, which is curious because it has the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 processor, theoretically powerful, yet it seems poorly optimized. Yes, that's true. At this time of release, I would expect over time with some updates it would improve. If you have already purchased it, please let me know your experience in the comments below. Additionally, as a bonus point, another aspect I wasn't too fond of is that its screen, and it works in HD, so if you are looking to record gameplays or more advanced content, you might not find it very enjoyable here. At this point, we have come to the conclusion of this video.